everyone! Welcome back to another 2v2 battle. This is going to be me and Surreal playing as the Green Tide versus a Beastman and a Chaos. So our army here, Surreal has a couple of Goblin Wolf Riders Vanguard deployed who are now currently dealing with 2 Gore Herds. We're also Vanguard deployed in the same force. Out of this entire map, this is where everyone deployed their Vanguard forces. Really weird. My leader here is an Orc War Boss on a Wyvern. Our front line is a mix of Goblins and then Orc Boys here in the front. In the second line are a bunch of Orc Biggins from me and him. Then we have Night Goblin Archers. Behind those are my Black Orcs and his Black Orcs over here. We have 6 in total. Then I have 2 Trolls, 2 more Goblin Archers, just regular Goblin Archers, and a Ragnarok, a Shaman, Grimgore Ironhide, Doomdiver Catapult, another Orc Shaman, Sham, and then 2 Orc Boar Boy Biggins. And right now we are trying to head over here to see if we can kill the Gore Herd. So I'm telling Surreal to charge in his Goblin Wolf Riders again, and we can see if we can get over there. For the Beastmen, we have, of course, those 2 Gore Herds over there. We have 2 Cygors, 2 Gorbals, a Kazarak the One Eye, Brave Shaman of the Beast mounted on the Chariot, 3 Bestigore Herds, 2 right here and then 1 right there, another Gore Herd, a Minotaur with great weapons. Then we have some Dragon Ogres, a whole bunch of Forsaken, Marauders with great weapons, a Chaos Lord on a mount. That's just a normal Chaos Lord, not a caster. We have 2 Black Knights and then or Chaos Knights, and then a Chaos Knight with lances behind them, and they are being led by an Exalted Hero. Those are the armies, and as you can see, I'm trying to get my war boss over here to see if we can isolate and destroy these Gore Herd. The enemy is going to respond very quickly by starting to move up their heroes and their Minotaurs with great weapons. Again, the great weapon Minotaurs, they are anti-large and armor piercing, so that is going to be really potentially good against my Orc War Boss if I let him get caught. So right now we are just moving our armies across the battlefield to try and charge at the enemy. So this is the only action that's happening, are these Wolf Riders versus Gore Herd, and my Orc War Boss is getting some damage done. But you can see these Gorbals are quickly on their way, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want this. I don't want this anymore. It was fun for a little while, but we're going to get the heck out of there. I do not want to be caught by these Gorbals, because they would just destroy me. And we get up just in time before the Gorbals are going to be able to stop us in our tracks. The Goblin Wolf Riders took a little bit of a toll here, but they're still alive. The Orc Boar Boy Biggins are coming into position to try and support this fight. And it was right here, you can see the Doom Divers going off against Gore 2, that we both agreed that we want to actually go around, and we want to go around this way since we have so many troops, and we want to try and flank the Chaos player, try to isolate him if at all possible, and also get these Chaos Cav. So that's why our Green Tide is now moving this way. Is that Grimgore? That's just Black Orc. Meanwhile, I haven't really had much respect for these Cygors, but they're going to be pounding us with their artillery from this hill over here. And since we're in such a dense formation, well, they're going to get some kills. But just look at this Green Tide; it is beautiful. Look at this army. Orcs are so cool. I don't think they're the strongest faction by far, but they are definitely one of the coolest. Just to see a horde of angry orcs and goblins. Can't forget about the goblins. That Orc Shaman on a boar. I think that's Surreal's. I don't think I mounted mine. Here come those Cygor rocks just in the middle of our formation going after the Black Orcs. And like I said, they're going to deal some damage. And we were trying to catch that Chaos Cav. Over here, I sent my Orc War Boss to scout the position to see if they're just going to sit in there or move at all. And they are just sitting in there. The Chaos player is now moving in to get to this choke point. The Beastman player, I think, does start moving, but he's a little late. They're just kind of more preoccupied with shooting us with Cygor rocks. Solid hit on our trolls there. But yeah, so we're in a very dense formation. This is perfectly susceptible to any kind of artillery. So this is kind of our fault, but we just went with it. I honestly was not respecting the Cygors enough. But ooh. Ooh. The heroes, I think, start to move around behind us. Actually, no, they're just kind of hanging out there. There comes the Doomdiver Catapult. Chaos Cav is still here in the forest. Meanwhile, the main army is just going to kind of sit here in this choke point. And here come the Bestigore Herds and Gore Herds of the Beastmen. Still trying to keep eyes on these Chaos Cav with our Orc War Boss. And you can see they're trying to withdraw out of the forest. It's a good call not to fight in the forest. Over here, We're going to have a foot of Gork being dropped on these lances. The explosion spells like the Foot of Gork do really well against Chaos Cav. They started moving there at the very end, but look how much damage that did. Look how much damage. They only been hit by the Foot of Gork. So I can't remember who told me this. It was a while ago, but someone said that the Cav and heavier mass units take more damage from the explosion spells. So thanks for letting me know about that, because I'm going to follow up that Foot of Gork with my own Foot of Gork here very soon. The enemy heroes are starting to come off the mountain to try and get behind us, but they are really far away as we're going to be charging the main Chaos line. Surreal's forces are over here. They caught the Chaos Knights with lances with the Goblin Wolf Riders, and the Orc Boar Boys are coming in. There they are. My War Boss is going to come down here as well and do some damage. This is my Foot of Gork. I had to time it to try and get them all. And now let's just, let's pause. Let's pause. Look how much damage that thing did. Look how much damage that did. So, the Foot of Gork is amazing. One of the best spells in the game, by far. And now this is just going to be a massive fight. Yeah, Forsaken, Orc Biggins, Orc Boys, Goblins, Gores, Dragon Ogres. We're trying to buff our units with Waz, and here we goes. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's slow this down a little bit more. Get even more cinematic. There we go. Ragnarok's in there. There's Grimgore fighting some Dragon Ogres. The cat fight is currently being won in our favor here in the forest. I just want to watch this though. You can see Night Goblins going into the forest to try and support the cat fight, which is going on over there. But we have them vastly outnumbered. The Chaos Marauders, as they tend to do, are breaking really quickly because they're Chaos Marauders, and I think they are one of the worst units in the game for how much they cost. And then behind us, we have some Gore Herds, and then the Beastmen are bringing in their heroes, so we are going to move our Goblin Archers into safety, and I'm going to try and pull out some Black Orcs and Orc Biggins to form a line to try and fight them off, and trying to keep our squishier Goblins alive. And I think I bring my Ragnarok around as well. But here comes some more Black Orcs and Biggins. Meanwhile, the fight against Chaos is still going really well. We just had them so outnumbered, and their units just weren't really of the same quality. The Forsaken are still pretty strong, though. Then over here, you can see the Ragnarok is pushing a Gorbel to the side. We have the Orc Warboss coming in. We're trying to focus down this enemy caster really quick. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. Gorbel trying to headbutt a giant spider, which is pretty funny. Goblins are going to go out and meet these Gores in the open field. And we're just dealing with their Gorbels and their heroes over here. Impaling an Orc. You're pretty strong, buddy. Then over here, back at the Chaos fight, Dragon Ogre still putting up a fight, as to be expected. We still got Bestigors and Forsaken mixed in here, fighting off Orc Biggins for the most part, and we have our Trolls here as well. More buffs going down for our forces. So many people. Let's pause this so you can see a overview of what's going on here. So Surreal's archers took place inside this forest, which is a really good move, using this as like natural cover. And they're just peppering these Gores and the Chaos forces from the side, which is amazing. And remember, the Night Goblins have poison damage as well. Then here, the Chaos did get reinforcements from these Marauders that initially broke and then reformed here. So these Forsaken and Marauders are now fighting against the remaining Surreal's Cav. The Orc Shaman is over here fighting the Exalted Hero. I'm not sure what else is here. Orc Boys? What is this? Yeah, Orc Boar Boy Biggins. So the fight here, we still did kill most of their cav, which is very good and was the whole point of this entire engagement. But the Orc Shaman should probably pull back at this point. But yeah, what's going on here is amazing. And we just have so many forces that are willing to deal, or able to deal with everything that's going on back here. Let's play. Oh, Grimgore. I sent my Ragnarok after the Gorbals because they're just so hard to kill, but the Ragnarok can do so much armor-piercing damage, and I just wanted to take them out as fast as possible. Plus, I didn't think we really needed it in this fight, sitting as we had them overwhelmed. Let's check back over here. Orc War Boss doing what Orc War Bosses do, fighting against this Gorbal with the Ragnarok and the Black Orcs. Now, against so much armor-piercing damage, even the Gorbal is going to take some. You can see they're going to pop a healing potion, which is kind of actually... Like, the Gorbal potion spam has been slightly nerfed. Well, actually really nerfed with that latest patch. Just because now they just have a set amount of hit points that they can regenerate from. They're still very strong, though. Don't get it twisted. They're still a high threat. This Manticore doesn't have too much of a chance against a solid group of Black Orcs. Pull out again. You can see most of the Chaos Forces have routed. The 3 Cygors, I think there's 3 Cygors back there. They were peppering us most of the match, but they just couldn't do enough to for our overwhelming numbers. Just look how many Orcs we had left. We isolated and destroyed, well, not isolated, but we destroyed their cav with a couple of foot of Gorks, and then Surreal's massive Goblin Wolf Rider army and the Orc Borbor Biggins just destroyed them. Our front line, we destroyed them with our Orc Biggins and Goblins and a couple Black Orcs and Grimgor. Grimgor just held the line. Yeah, that just... The Green Tide is so cool. And I wish my computer was better. Until I get it upgraded, I can't really do 4v4s. But if I can get that at some point, I would love to do a 4v4 of just nothing but greenskins, maxed out units, just Orc Biggins everywhere. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that battle. Let's take a look at the kill count. And let me know if you like the slower cinematic camera. Just let me know. Because I won't use it or will use it. 100 kills. How many do you think was in melee? And how many were because of the Foot of Gorks? Anyway, Foot of Gorks super strong against Cav like that. The rest of the forces, I think, did really well for the most part, who was engaged in melee anyway. Surreal, let's take a look at their kills. Grimgor 55, and he was fighting against Dragon Ogres, which are strong opponents. Orc Boys did really well against the Chaos Marauders. Orc Biggins, Black Orcs, kind of got... Oh, well, we were getting peppered by the Cygors, which is probably why they took so much damage with little kills. Goblin Wolf Riders did their job. Orc Boys did their job. 90 kills in the Doomdiver Catapult. And then for the Beasts, they still got a high amount of kills across the board. What happened to these Minotaurs? Did they just never send them into battle? Oh, wow. I wonder if they forgot to send them in. Full hit points, 0 kills. That's a huge loss. Gorbals did okay. Kazrak did okay. But yeah, these Gore Herds did really well. And the Bestigors did too. Chaos Marauders. Oh, look at that. They still have like half their hit points and got few amount of kills because they kind of suck. Their leadership is just so low. If the leadership was brought up, then maybe they would be more worth it. But I don't know. I think it's hard to make an argument for Chaos Marauders as any type of role in your army. Even just like a tar pit unit, because they don't make a good tar pit unit. They can get charged pretty well, though. I guess they're good at doing that. Forsaken got a decent amount of kills as well. Chaos Knights got mostly shut down, but still pulled out some decent kills in the Dragon Ogres as well. So I hope you enjoyed that battle. Oh man, 54 kills from the Exalted Hero on the horse. Nice job. And leave your suggestions below. The next about week or so has already been played with me and Surreal, so if you don't see your suggestion anytime soon, that's probably why, because we've already played all these battles and just need to record and release them. But again, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Take care.